I'm getting married next week, in the middle of the pandemic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hello and welcome to my secret lair. When I started this wedding planning thing, I was quite aloof, and we came from a place where we weren't even going to get married, but we explored the idea and we learned more about it and understood what it meant, and then made a very conscious decision to be married. And now we understand the value of it and the magnitude of committing yourself to someone for your life and beyond. So when we started out, we were in a completely different mind space. Oh, I love the lightning. So when we started out, we were in a completely different mind space, and now we are Thunderbreak. And now we are way far from where we started out. And I'm finally realizing that I want to spend time with my family, and I had not even thought about that earlier. And now as the days, count down, I'm like, hey, I want to spend time with my family. So this week was planned out in terms of my work, but I didn't anticipate the time that I would spend with my family. And I'm so glad that I'm doing that now. And I realized that I can't keep valuing my work over my family, and I'm so glad that that priority has shifted. And I'm so glad I'm in a place where I actually want to spend time with my family. And I had been like kind of hoping that that would happen. Of course, I was making conscious changes and bit by bit affecting my own behavior and turning it around for the better. And I'm in a place now where I'm like, hey, this is actually happening. So you need to pause and enjoy it. So that's why today's video is really late. And that's also why I'm going to just be drawing and talking about this week and how I spend time with my family. So I did an unintentional warm-up sketch because I wasn't sure what to draw. And then I realized I could just list out each day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and what happened on those days. So on Sunday, I woke up, I got out of bed and did my usual stuff, worked out, read my Bible, and sat down with my family to Sunday church. We have a live stream, and as I was just thinking and praying, I had a realization, a revelation, that Vishal, my fiance, and I, we have the decision-making power to choose what we want to do about the wedding. And if we let it go and choose to honor our parents, there won't be any tug of war anymore. And that realization set the tone for how we were going to handle, or how I was going to handle the rest of the week. On Monday, it started off with a little bit of a discussion. My family and I were talking about the wedding, and it was okay, but it soon went south, and I wasn't too happy about it. And I stormed out of the room, and I was really angry. And only when I left it, I realized that I was being pretty immature. And that revelation that I'd had the previous day came back to me, and I realized that I had to step up and be kinder. So I went up and had a conversation with my sisters, asked them to be my bridesmaids, and they both said yes. So that's great. And I apologized to my mom and just appreciated my dad, and I felt all the better for it. And that was a great moment. So the next day, Tuesday, was my dad's birthday, and we stayed up Monday night into Tuesday so we could wish him at 12 o'clock. We watched Catch Me If We Can as a family, and it was so much fun to just spend time together. And I don't think we've had that in a very long time. There was so much laughter. And later in the day, Vishal's family came home. May God bless you, Daddy.
Always join this.
And on Wednesday, my mum asked me if I liked particular jewelry, and this conversation had been going on for a long time, and we had so many tiffs about this. And my ideology is completely anti single use. So, just one day being lavished upon does not make any sense to me. So, when it came to jewelry as well, I thought similarly until I saw this verse in the Bible that says, the flowers of the field are here today and gone tomorrow, and Jesus still, clothes them and they're beautiful. And I was just like, okay, my wedding is here today and gone tomorrow. I'm not about to lavish anything on it. But after I read this verse and I was kind of just like meditating on it a little bit, I realized that I didn't have to be so stubborn. And so I accompanied my mom and dad and Vishal's mom to the jewelry store, and we picked out a few things, even though I was reluctant at first. But I realized that there was so much merit in it, because when my mom looked at me and she was like smiling and beaming and enjoying herself so much, that's when I realized the value in doing what we did. So it was fully cool. It was worth it because my mom was happy. And that was a very powerful day because it kind of broke some of those inhibitions that I had.
So that's it for my family week. And I think it's okay. It's okay that I'm late with this video. It's okay that um, I'm a little scatterbrained about work because I'm finally making some progress emotionally. And I think that's way more valuable to me. See you next week.